Hi, I'm Dr. Julie Marshall, and I have a blog called drjuliesfunlife.com. And I hope that you can follow me there because if you do, you're going to find all kinds of neat things. I'm a retired dermatologist who decided to start a blog when I retired just for fun. And basically, what I like to do is I like to share with you ideas and things that have made my life more fun. And hopefully, you'll give me some ideas of things that make yours as well in the comments. But today's, I'm going to actually, because I'm a retired doctor, I thought it would be kind of fun to actually start this series with a little play on the fact that my first career was medicine, is to come, because I shop a lot at Amazon, as I imagine you do too, I thought it'd be fun to do a series called Dr. Amazon's Amazing Finds. And so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to show you things from Amazon, tell you why I like them. These are all things I have in my house and that I use. So let's take a peek and see what my first batch of items are. So let's take a peek. The first one I think to start with are some gift ideas. Okay, this is that time of year, you know, with showers and weddings and stuff like that. And so with that, it's really fun. A neat present is a ring dish. This is a lovely Waterford ring dish. And it's, even though it's from Amazon, and you know how sometimes they just always ship in those brown boxes, they do put the brown box in there, but before that they have actually a Waterford box that's a nice sturdy box, and it's all packed in, you know, in paper and in plastic, so it's safe, so it's not going to break on its way to you, which is lovely. And so that's a great item. It says Amazon sends us this pretty Waterford crystal ring dish. It's a kind of a lifetime gift, and it's something that you would just put your little ring in there, you know, for instance. This actually is a little sticker that'll come off actually after you give the gift. It's just a little brand sticker. And it's lovely, it's weighted, it's sturdy, it's beautiful. I like the round shape like this. It's been around forever. I have this in both of my homes, and I think they're really a classy gift and something I love to give a young bride. So there you go. That's the first item from the Amazing Finds. That who knew that they would have that. Okay, well then let's talk about, you know, besides gifts, let's talk about trips. So a lot of us are going on spring break, and I wonder if you've all learned about, I'm not sure, you have to be under a rock if you haven't heard about these, called packing cubes. So packing cubes are, they are actually little bags. And so this is actually a set. I love this one. It's pink. I love pink, but they comes in other colors. So this comes as a set of 6 bags. And what's in the 6 bags, let me show you. There's 4 different size, you know, official packing bags. I'll show them to you shortly. And then, so there's a small, and each bag has got a little mesh, you know, little opening there for, you know, breathability, a little handle for liftability. And then the part of it is transparent, so you can actually see through the bag kind of what's in there, okay? But by the way, when I travel, I pack these with various items, and then what I do is I actually take a Post-it note and I lay it on top of here. My family says I'm like crazy about Post-it notes, and they're right. Excuse me, so I just tape that on there for the trip. You know, so I might say, you know, a whole outfit, or let's say I've got extra items, like I might have socks and bras and underpants. They all might be in here. So that's great. That's the small size. This is the medium size. And then there's a large size. And then there's an extra large size. So they're all really nice and great. And then what makes them a series of 6 is this is a little laundry bag. You know, it doesn't have to be a laundry bag, but that's what they suggest it be used as. And then they also have a little shoe bag. And again, it would hold easily more than 1 pair of shoes. Because once you open it up, you're like, oh, there's room in here for a couple pairs of shoes, you know, especially if you lay them on their side. So that's lovely. So I think packing cubes are the bomb. Why? Well, I like them because they organize my suitcase. So especially if you're going on a trip, you know, you have to go from place to place, and you have to pack and unpack. What a hassle that is. So this way you can literally, you can pack it in different ways. And what I like to do, so my trick, besides the Post-it note trick, which is a great trick, is I also like to do is I usually buy 2 sets. Because I like to kind of I like to organize things in a certain way. So what I do is I take, for instance, let's say I had this outfit on, which is a really, you know, it's a cute little top from Avara and a pair of white jeans, you know, and a pair of earrings and a watch and a bracelet, you know, all that. So I've got all those things in a bra and underpants. So I've got all those things to go in an outfit. You're like, that's a lot of stuff. So rather than have them all over your suitcase and the mess that, you know, causes, I would take the smallest bag that would accommodate this outfit, which would probably be this size bag, okay? And so I would take this, and what's nice is in the little package, they actually tell you some suggestions on how to roll your clothes. So that's kind of neat. So you can roll them and put them in here. And so I would put, roll the pants up. I'd roll the top up. I'd put the bra in here and the underpants. And then I would have the whole outfit in here. And then I'd even take a little clear Ziploc bag, like a little snack bag, and I would put my bracelets and my jewelry in there, and that way, and my bra and underpants. So then when I get to a place, wherever I'm going, I literally, and I've got to, go change for dinner, for instance, or I want to just get one outfit out, I can just pull out that one bag and then be ready to go. And I don't have to mess up the whole suitcase and, get it all repacked and all that stuff. So that's a great trick by doing it that way. Now, other people have a different style, and they take, some of the bags and they put all their shirts in the bag. Like that would be like for a business trip, all their shirts, all their pants, all that. But again, I find it easier to do it by outfit, and I love the whole set. I love the pink. And you can actually, these will all fold up and fit into one bag for storage. So I take all this and put it back into my suitcase. So when I'm packing, I don't have to say, where are those packing bags? Oh, and another trick is when you're packing, you can actually do a lot of your packing early because you can actually pack up, multiple outfits. And that way, when you see all your outfits in the bags, and then you lay those bags into the suitcase, which fit nicely because they kind of smush down because of the sleekness of the bags. So I do that. It's a great trick. And it allows me to, have everything organized and pretty. And then when you come home, you can even keep your clean clothes in some of them, or your dirty ones in others if you want it. And then what I do, which is really over the top, but so I can use them and reuse them, I just take these bags when I come home. I open them all up and then I just wipe them out with those little Lysol wipes. So I know if I had dirty clothes in any of them. So that's the plan. So that's a wonderful. So go on a trip, use those bags. You don't have to get pink, but you should because they're really cute. But there's lots of colors. So that's the second item. We got the ring dish and we got that. Okay, now let's say you go on the trip and you're driving for a long time and you're like, oh my gosh, from the airport and the planes, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so sore. I can't wait to get home. I need a heating pad. Well, you sure do. This is the bomb. This is a great heating pad. This is a 32 by 18 inch gray velour heating pad. I love it. You could take it on your trip, which would be great, and I have. And so I like this. So let's say you didn't take it with you, you just had it at home. It's gray velour. It's soft. A lot of heating pads, the coils are stiff and they hurt and you can't really bend them. This is nice, and it's nice because it doesn't get in the way. When you have it, when you want to wrap it around an area, if you want to put it on your tummy, you want to put it on your back, or you want to sometimes I'll lay down and my calves hurt. I'll lay a pillow down and then I put this on it. And then I can get into bed, and then my calves are getting a nice little treatment. But what's great too is it has this ability to pull off this cord, and that allows you to go wash this in the washing machine if you were to spill something on it. So that's a nice feature. And it has 10 different settings, which is really good. And probably the best feature it has is that it has a automatic off switch, which is really good for safety. Okay, so that's a wonderful thing when you come back from your trip and you've given away your gifts. Okay, so now is there anything else for today? Oh yes, there's two more things I want to talk to you about. This is really fun. Okay, so now let's say you get home when you unpack and you're like, I got to get my shoes a little more organized. They're falling all over. My husband's yelling. It's a problem. So what should I do? Well, let me show you. Okay, let me show you the trick. Okay, if you would like to double the storage of your shoes, you need to buy these shoe slots organizers. You're thinking, really? But yeah, so see, what happens is this comes, I think, in black or white. And they come in, there's 40 pieces, 40. So that would accommodate 20 pairs of shoes. Okay, which is good, but I certainly used it up in no time. So anyway, so I take these two pieces of plastic, and one's got kind of a, kind of a corrugated side so that the shoe won't slip off. And then it's got a little bit of a kind of a, edge here. And then there's this side, which is the bottom, which has a little baffle at the back so the shoe won't fall through, and has little kind of buttons here. So that are going to work with these holes right here. Okay, but no tools are needed. Okay, so no tools were needed. So you just take this pair, the bottom one, and you lay this top one on top. Let's hope it goes easily. Okay, and you just kind of snap it together, with a little thing. And then you kind of, you push this little, the little back gauge into, hold on. Oh, there we go, 1, 2. Okay, and now, so this is the height. But let's say you say, well, my shoes are, not that tall. Oh, so that would be the right height, for instance, for a higher heel. So let me show you. So here would be it. So you could take the heel. Okay, see how that fits in there so nicely? And then you're going to take this extra, oh, wait, you'll probably turn it around this way so you can see the shoes from the front, you know, when you put them in there. So they're in, this guy's in there, and then this guy's on top. Okay, this is good. All right, so look at that. And it literally stays like that, and it doesn't, you know, fall down with the weight. I'm not holding it in place. This is just great. So this allows you to have your shoes in a nice organized way, and it doubles the space because you're only having the width of one shoe. Isn't that great? So I love that. So let me show you a couple more pairs so you don't think I'm making this up. Okay, let me line that up. Good. All right, so this is a pair of flat shoes. And so I've got them lined up like this, and this is so cute. And that makes for a really great presentation, and it's organized, and it's slick, and it's, you know, narrow. And then the worst kind of the shoes, I think, to organize are gym shoes because they're so clunky. But look at how cute they look. They're just laying on there so nicely. So this is how you take care of your shoes so you don't get in trouble with, you know, too much of a mess in your closet for your partner. All right, so that is, so now you're home from your shower where you gave away the cute ring dish, and then you packed for your trip with a cute little back, packing cubes. You took care of your achy back. You cleaned up your shoes. Things are looking good. Is there anything else you'd want to do at the house? Oh, one more thing. Okay, let's talk about how to make your house look prettier. Okay, I have a really big island in my kitchen. And so what I have on there is an arrangement, okay, of branches. Don't they look cute and springy and wonderful? Well, let me show you though, look, they're fake. They're fake, and I like that because then I don't have to worry about, you know, this is actually a bunch of them. Hold on, I'm going to get them out of here. Okay, and so I don't have to worry about them, you know, dropping a bunch of petals all over the counter and all that. So the vase doesn't come with it, but I'll link one just so you have one idea. Okay, and so what you buy is you buy 3 of these babies. Okay, these are the branches. They're 44 inches long. I am not sure who needs 44 inches long. So, but what I've learned over the years from doing lots of silk arrangements and plastic arrangements is you don't really want to cut them off because you might need it tomorrow, you know, next arrangement. So what you do is you buy a set of 3 and you bend them. Oh, see how I bent the little branch? And I bent it because that little bent will hide inside the vase. Okay, it'll still be good. All right, so they're 44 inches long. They're actually made out of a nice quality ficus leaf, very cute. And each branch, each 44-inch branch has 8 little twigs, you know, filled with, you know, multiple leaves. So it's really very lifelike looking, and I think they're so pretty. And you can, you know, you could easily, I wouldn't, you know, if you're going to bend the branches, then you have to use an opaque vase because you don't want the bend to show. But if you wanted to have, if you only had to have room for this much height, then you could actually use a strong wire cutter to cut them in half. But again, try not to because I think you might need them in the future. Okay, so here we've got these cute little branches. I'm going to take, oh, and they're washable. You just like rinse them off with a little, you know, water under the sink if they get dusty. So there's one in the vase, okay? And then I took another one, I bent it. And so you kind of just, I put in, some people would just, the manufacturer says you need to have a 2-inch opening in the vase. This is a little bit bigger than that. This is about 3 inches. And that allows you to get the bent branch, you know, that bent stem through the little hole. And so you just kind of shove them in here. And I do this for the spring, and I do this for the summer. Yeah. And I might move it around the house. You know, if I've got something else, like someone gave me flowers or I've got some fresh flowers, then I might go and move it to another table or something like that. But it's easy. And then I actually put, you know, I actually put 6 in there, which seems like a lot. But once you get it all in there, then you kind of go and bend it all around so you get it to look really artful. Okay, let me get this whole thing nice and artful. Yeah, so you kind of spread them around. And it takes, don't be alarmed. It takes you a day or 2 to get it just right. So I put it on my countertop and I think, oh, this looks cute. And then I wait and I come back and forth in the room and I might rotate it or I might bend a blossom. And the stems actually allow you to do that. So this is a lovely, lovely product. I strongly recommend it. And I've had them for several years. So there you have it, folks. That's Dr. Julie Marshall talking about Dr. Amazon's amazing find. So I hope you like this series. Or the beginning of it, and I'm going to talk to you about lots of different things over time. There'll be some items, some clothing items, and there'll be gift items and toys. There'll be all kinds of things that I do in my lifetime that I think that you'll find interesting, and I hope you do. So please comment. Tell me if you like them, or if you have any questions, put them in the comments, or also send it to my DM is Dr. Julie Marshall, at Dr. Julie Marshall on Instagram. So I hope this is fun for you. It's fun for me. I will actually have a link in this, right in the description here, which tells you how to see all the items. So hopefully they'll be helpful for you. But like I said, please don't hesitate to ask a question. That way I'll know you'll like the items when you get them. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. Okay, that's good. Done. Okay, yay. I think this is all done. I think. Let's take a look and see here.